Everyone, welcome to our channel Alchemy Hair Extensions. Now that you've clicked on this video, I'm sure you want to get a lot of information about tape extensions. So today I'm going to talk about the do's and don'ts, the pros and cons. I'm going to provide a lot of information so that you get clarity whether tape extension is the right option for you or no. So let me get started with tape extensions. Tape extensions is a basically semi-permanent method, like how you have keratin bond, you have micro ring, you have weft extensions. Similarly, tape extensions is a kind of semi-permanent extensions. Now let me clear that a lot of people term it as permanent hair extensions. No, there's nothing permanent as such. Either it's temporary, which are basically these clip-on extensions, or it's semi-permanent. So a lot of people term it permanent. So when they say permanent, what they mean is semi-permanent. So tape extensions basically is a method. There is a thin layer which is taken of your natural hair and it's sandwiched between two tape extensions. Your natural hair gets sandwiched between two tape extensions. See, basically when it comes to semi-permanent, there are 3 to 4 options. There is tape extensions, glue extensions, which is also called the keratin bond extensions, I-tip, U-tip, and there is micro ring extensions, micro loop extensions, and the wefted, the one which is stitched to your natural hair. Now, a lot of people prefer no heat. They don't want any glue in the hair, they don't want any heat into the hair. So for them, this is an excellent option because there is no heat involved when we do the application. It's like a sticker, so you peel it off like a sticker and then you place the first tape extensions and then you place the natural hair on top of it, and then there is another tape which goes over it and your natural hair gets sandwiched. So that's how the application is done. When it comes to tape extension, there is no heat involved. Like in a lot of glue extensions, there's heat involved. So here there's absolutely no glue. So it blends beautifully with your natural hair. Five to 10 sandwiches you will need to achieve volume. However, if your hair is short as in if it's mid-length and you want to make it longer, then maybe the number of sandwiches will increase and you'll need at least 20 sandwiches. So your call, that depends on the length and the volume. So what you could do is you could probably send us your pictures and you can fix up an appointment and do an online consultation with the number of sandwiches that you will need in your hair. So a lot of people ask us that after wearing tape extensions, can you make out? So the good thing about tape extensions, once we fix it, even if somebody feels from the outside, they cannot feel the tape extension. Fully placed flat on the scalp, like how you can see in the video, so you don't need to worry about it all. But of course, when it grows out, when it comes down after 2 months, 2.5 months, that's exactly when you need to basically change it and remove the tape extensions and then reapply it. Even if you tie it, basically you can't make out because we place the tape extensions inside. So we leave the hairline so that even if you wear like a high pony, you can't make out at all. So you'll see a lot of extensions. Unfortunately, what happens is the hair later on starts tangling and it gets knotted. That's because there is some form of acid or silicone lotion which is applied so that the hair remains in a good quality for maybe few weeks and then it deteriorates. So what we do is we give you 100% Remy hair, wherein the cuticles are in the same direction. So what happens is even if you run your fingers through, it will still look natural and it will stay the way it is even probably after a year. Unfortunately, you'll see a lot of stuff online also. They say it's 20 inch, 22 inches, but you'll see there will just be few strands in the ends which are actually 22 inches. So this is as good as cheating a customer. So whenever you're buying, just make sure basically you choose a double drawn Remy which is thick at the bottom as well. That's what double drawn means. So always choose extensions which are heavy at the bottom, which are thick at the bottom. So usually tape extensions would last for maybe 2.5 to 3 months. And then obviously what happens is the glue, the tape, basically starts getting loose. And also your new hair starts growing out. So what happens is we need to remove the previous tape extensions and then clean those tape extensions and retape them and again fix it in your hair. So this round probably you can do it maybe 3 to 4 times or maybe longer if you're somebody who takes a lot of care. So you can probably use it also maybe 5 to 6 times. But what happens is over a period of time the density of the tape extension starts reducing. So let's say in one tape there were around 1000 strands, that will reduce to maybe 900, 800, 700, and that's how it starts getting thinner. So yeah, they are absolutely reusable and you can use it multiple times. Yes, as far as the colors are concerned, we usually recommend always take the virgin cuticle hair. Of course, if you want to bleach it and if you want those reds and blues and all, I always suggest that you need to take extra care. The hair will obviously go dry when you try for these funky colors. And like your natural hair, this will also go dry, but of course it can be done. Since the application doesn't really take long, it would probably take maybe 30 minutes to maximum an hour to fix around 20 to 30 pieces. Of course, if you're going to add a lot of pieces, then maybe maximum 1.5 hours, but it's pretty quick. So it doesn't take that long. Keep in mind, always when you're doing the application for the tape extension, we highly recommend not to do the top area. Of course, I understand a lot of people want to cover that top area, the crown area. But we never suggest, because what happens is, if the top area is scanty, and if you fix the tape extension in the top area, the base of the tape extensions will start showing. So I suggest that when the top area is concerned, don't put the tape extension. So typically to fix tape extensions, you don't really need much. A weave comb, a clip, and maybe an iron just to clamp it. That's it. You don't need too many tools to apply the tape extension. Now let's say you fix these tape extensions, so it will go on for maybe 2 months or 2.5 months. And after that, like I said, we need to remove the tape extensions. So once the tape extensions are removed, what we do is we clean the tape extension. We dip it in the solvent and we start cleaning it. And after that, we reapply the tape extensions so that we can fix these extensions back into your hair. So once the removal is done, you need to give us approximately maybe 4 to 5 hours or maybe at least a day for us to do the cleaning, shampooing. so that there's no glue on the base, and then we need to retape them. So ideally I would say 4 to 5 hours, but if you give it for a day, it's even better. I highly recommend, when you're done with the tape extensions, if you can have like an alternative like a clip-on extensions, wear it maybe minimum for 2 days or maximum 7 days. Now what happens is, when you wear the clip-on extensions, you're not sleeping with it, so your roots again gains that strength. Now because you've been wearing tape extension for 2.5-3 months, there is constant pull. Of course, I understand people who are used to wearing tape extensions, they don't want to take the break, because you're going to have it all long and thick, and suddenly you feel that, oh God, I can't go out with thin hair. I understand. But for that, I suggest that you wear a clip-on one. Now this will give you that volume temporarily. So you can still continue with your regular lifestyle. You can go out, have that length and volume, and again remove the clip-on extension and fix these tape extensions. It needs to be done by a trained professional and not at home, because obviously it's going to get messy, and if you don't apply it right, it may cause hair fall and your hair will get tangled. So make sure you get it done from a trained stylist. Well, I think we've covered almost all the questions. If you need any more information on tape extensions, please call up on the number given below, and our executives will be happy to help you. Thank you so much, and please subscribe to Alchemy Hair Extensions. Thank you so much.